Welcome! If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe for more fascinating videos and to support the channel. There's always more to explore in the universe. NASA's latest rover has been exploring the Martian surface for months, sending back breathtaking images of the desolate red landscape. But just days ago, something unexpected happened. The rover's cameras captured movement, something shifting in the dust, something that shouldn't be there. At first, Mission Control thought it was just a trick of the light, a glitch in the system. But then it happened again, and this time, the object moved deliberately, as if reacting to the rover itself. Could this be proof that Mars isn't as lifeless as we thought? The footage is still under analysis, but what we know so far is astonishing. The images show an object partially buried in the sand, emerging just as the rover approached. NASA's top scientists are scrambling for an explanation. Was it an unusual rock formation disturbed by wind? A malfunctioning piece of an old lander? Or could it be something far more groundbreaking? The last time we saw something this mysterious, on Mars, it turned out to be an unexplained methane spike in the atmosphere, hinting at possible biological activity. This time, we're not looking at gas readings. We're looking at something physically moving in the dust, something that might be watching us back. Mars has long been a graveyard of lost probes and failed missions, but this new discovery could change everything. For decades, we've sent robotic explorers to search for signs of life, past or present. And while we've uncovered dried-up riverbeds, ancient lake beds, and even organic molecules, nothing has come close to confirming what many have suspected for years, that something could still be alive on the red planet. If this latest sighting is what it appears to be, we may be standing on the brink of the most important discovery in human history. But before we jump to conclusions, let's break down the evidence. What exactly did the rover see? And could there be another explanation, one just as fascinating but far more unexpected? For years, scientists have scoured Mars for any sign that life may have once existed, or that it could still be lurking beneath the surface. We found dried riverbeds, ancient lake deposits, and even traces of organic molecules, but nothing that definitively proves we aren't alone. That is, until now. NASA's latest rover has just captured something moving, something that shouldn't be there. And this isn't just a case of a rolling rock or a dust devil passing through. The footage suggests a deliberate motion, as if something or someone is responding to the rover's presence. But how did we find this out? And more importantly, what happens next? Could this be the breakthrough scientists have been searching for, or is there another explanation hiding beneath the Martian dust? To truly understand the gravity of this discovery, we need to dive into the evidence, the theories, and the chilling possibilities that this sighting presents. Because if this is what it seems, it could change everything we thought we knew about the red planet. The discovery began like any other routine scan of the Martian surface. NASA's rover, equipped with high-resolution cameras and sensors, was surveying an area of Gale Crater, a site known to have once held liquid water billions of years ago. Everything seemed normal at first. The landscape was barren, covered in fine red dust, scattered boulders, and the occasional dust devil swirling in the distance. But then, something unexpected appeared in one of the images, a small disturbance in the soil. At first glance, it looked like a shadow, or an imprint, from the wind. But when engineers enhanced the footage and compared it to earlier images of the same location, they realized something had shifted, and it had moved against the direction of the wind. To rule out a camera glitch, NASA ran a series of tests. The rover was instructed to capture multiple frames of the same area from different angles, and that's when the mystery deepened. In one frame, an odd, elongated shape was partially buried beneath the sand. In the next, taken just minutes later, it had emerged, almost as if it had risen from beneath the surface. More strangely, tiny disruptions in the dust surrounding it suggested movement, like something had pushed its way out and then remained still, waiting. To understand what they were looking at, scientists turned to one of the rover's most advanced tools, its spectrometer. This instrument analyzes the composition of Martian rocks and soil by detecting how light interacts with different materials. If this was just an unusual rock formation, the spectrometer would confirm it. But the preliminary data came back inconclusive. The material didn't match any known rock or mineral previously cataloged on Mars. It was something else. If scientists were standing on the surface of Mars at that moment, they wouldn't have just seen the disturbance. They might have felt it. The rover's seismometer, designed to detect subtle vibrations in the ground, picked up a faint tremor around the same time the object moved. This wasn't just a shifting rock or a trick of the light. Something, somehow, had exerted force on the Martian soil. But what? And more importantly, why? If this discovery is what it appears to be, then it could change everything we thought. We knew about Mars, and possibly even life beyond Earth. For decades, scientists have debated whether the red planet was ever home to microbial life. But this isn't just an ancient fossil or a chemical trace buried in rock. This is movement, something physically shifting in the Martian dust. And if it's not a glitch, if it's not just an unusual geological process, then we may have just witnessed the first undeniable sign that Mars is not as lifeless as we once believed. But here's where things get even stranger. If something moved, it had to be acted upon by a force. Was it an unknown geological phenomenon, like a pocket of trapped gas releasing pressure beneath the surface? Or could it be something more deliberate? If an object on Mars is shifting, on its own, what or who could be responsible? Could we be looking at remnants of ancient Martian life reawakening? A new form of microbial activity we've never encountered before? Or, most unsettling of all, evidence of something artificial, something placed there by an intelligence we don't yet understand? If this turns out to be a biological breakthrough, it will rewrite our understanding of life in the universe. No longer would Earth be the only known planet to harbor living organisms. If life exists or once existed on Mars, then the implications stretch far beyond our solar system. It would mean that life might be far more common than we ever imagined. That, somewhere out there, among the stars, there could be civilizations, waiting to be discovered. And here's the real question. If something is moving on Mars now, what happens next? Because if we're not alone, then perhaps something already knows we're here. This isn't the first time scientists have been baffled by strange activity on Mars. In 2018, NASA's Curiosity rover detected sudden, unexplained spikes of methane in the atmosphere, something that, on Earth, is often linked to biological activity. Scientists still don't know the exact source of that methane, but the discovery raised the possibility that something beneath Mars's surface could be alive. Then, in 2021, the Perseverance rover made another shocking find. Organic molecules, preserved in Jezero Crater, a site that once held a vast lake. Now, with this latest sighting, an object physically moving in the Martian dust, it seems that the mystery is only deepening. But strange phenomena like this aren't limited to Mars. Across the solar system, scientists have encountered bizarre and unexplained activity that hints at something more. Take Europa, one of Jupiter's icy moons. Beneath its frozen shell lies a vast ocean, and in 2019, astronomers detected plumes of water vapor erupting into space, suggesting that something beneath the surface might be stirring. Or Enceladus, Saturn's moon, which shoots giant geysers of water and organic compounds into space, possibly from a deep, hidden ocean teeming with life. What if Mars is just another chapter in this unfolding cosmic mystery? What if we've been looking in the wrong places all along? If we've already found moving objects on the red planet, methane spikes in its atmosphere, and organic molecules locked in ancient rock, then how close are we to finally uncovering the truth? And what if this discovery is just the beginning of something far bigger than we ever expected? If this discovery is real, if something truly moved on Mars, then we are standing on the edge of a revelation that could shake the foundations of science. Imagine the moment we confirm it. The world watches as NASA releases the first undeniable proof that Mars is not a dead world. Data floods in. Experts scramble to analyze the images, the readings, the movement itself. And then, the answer comes. Tisori, implications are staggering. If life exists, if something beneath the dust is stirring, then everything changes. Mars is no longer just a target for exploration, it becomes a second Earth in the making. A world where, right now, something might be waiting. Something that has survived against all odds, through radiation, cold, and time itself. But what if this is something else entirely? What if the movement wasn't natural? What if it was caused by something buried deep beneath the surface? Something ancient, something forgotten? A relic of a time when Mars was warm and blue. A signal, a mechanism, a message? If that's true, then we may not just be exploring Mars, we may be uncovering a mystery that has been hidden for millions of years. And in that moment of discovery, one final chilling question will remain. If something moved on Mars, could it move again? This moment could be the turning point in our search for life beyond Earth. A single movement in the Martian dust, small, almost imperceptible, could be the first step toward answering one of humanity's greatest questions. Are we alone? If this discovery holds up, if something on Mars is truly active, then it means life isn't just possible in the universe. It's inevitable. But this is just the beginning. Because if something moved on Mars, what else might be hiding beneath its surface? And more importantly, are we the first to discover it? Or has someone been waiting for us to find it all along? And if you thought this was shocking, just wait. Because while we search for life on Mars, something far more mysterious is happening on one of Jupiter's moons, a place where an entire ocean lies hidden beneath miles of ice. And something might already be swimming in its depths. The universe is full of mysteries, and we're only just beginning to uncover them. If this discovery on Mars proves anything, it's that the search for life is far from over. It's only getting more exciting. And with every new mission, every new signal, and every new anomaly, we get closer to answers that could change everything. So, if you want to be part of this journey, to witness the next big discovery as it happens, make sure to subscribe. Like this video if you love the mysteries of space, and tell us in the comments, what do you think moved on Mars? A simple